Hi guys, Jason Whistler here with Ninja Success, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the physical aspects of success. Now, we've spent a fair amount of time on the mental things, we've spent some time on the financial things, but that's maybe you have everything lined up mentally, your finances are in good shape, but physically maybe you're not at quite the level you'd like to be. Maybe you're starting to feel your age. Now, personally, I go against that whole, well, I'm getting older, so I'm starting to hurt or starting to ache or I'm starting to fall apart or whatever. I've met plenty of older people, 70, 80, 90-year-olds that are very active and very good condition, and it's really not all about genetics. A lot of things have to do with what we're doing with our body, how we fuel our body with the foods we eat, and how we take care of our bodies. Now, at one point there was a study done, or there have been multiple studies done, on how posture earlier in life and how habitual posture can affect your quality of life later on. So they were looking at, midlife posture and habits, and how specifically in this, it's called a forward head posture, ends up affecting the quality of life later on after retirement, especially once you get into, around the 80-year-old range, where the participants, the people that were studying, their ability to care for themselves, to manage self-care, was greatly reduced in the group of people that had the poorer postures and postural habits earlier in life. So to help you understand a little bit what I'm talking about here, now I'm not in my normal clinic space where I could pull up my spine and bend it around and show you what's going on. So I'm just going to use myself here. And if we're standing in a neutral erect position, our ears are over our shoulders. Now, for a lot of us, myself included, working on the computer, doing a lot of work during the day, the habit is when you really get involved in things, is that we're working on the computer and see automatically the shoulders shift forward because now I'm going to be typing and banging away on stuff, okay? And my head shifts forward because I'm tuned in. I'm getting sucked in by what's going on. So I'm in this position. If we had a camera, which, if you have a laptop or something, you could actually flip it on and pay attention. After a while, that you forget that the camera is there and you're working away on the machine. See, my hands are close together on my body and my shoulders have come forward and they've even come up a little bit toward my head because my head came down. This posture shortens all these muscles in the front of your body, and it stretches out all these muscles and weakens them in your back. And that head position there, over time, these muscles here that pull your head forward get too strong, and the muscles in the back that pull your head back and hold you erect, they get weaker and weaker. So this gets worse over time, and the further your head goes, the more that impact of gravity and the weight of your head has on your muscle structure. So we want to start doing things to take care of our body a little bit better. We want to be mindful, and you just want to look at doing these things a few times a day for just a few seconds. It's enough to get the ball rolling and start developing habits. Okay? So one of the things is, periodically, whether you set it on your phone or what you do, you set a reminder, something that tells you, okay, take a 30-second break, sit back up, fix your posture, straighten everything out, and then take your arms, and you can see like I'm spreading my wings. Hands are out and open, and then I'm going to turn my hands, and then I'm going to bring them down beside me. They actually come down behind my back a little bit, so I'm stretching out the front of my chest, and I'm stretching my arms, and I'm activating these muscles. I'm squeezing the scapula, those bones back here that are like our wing bones back here. Okay, I'm squeezing them together and sliding them down my spine a little bit. It helps stretch out the rib cage. It helps work the spine and move things around a little bit and activates all those muscles. And it also automatically starts pulling my head back into a normal position because it's changing the shape of the spine. Really simple thing to do, really important. I want to encourage you to do it on a regular basis. Two other things I try to encourage a lot of people to do is start doing planks. Now, for most people, they can't do a single plank for more than about 10 seconds. So instead of straining yourself trying to do it incorrectly, what I recommend is when you first start out, find a piece of wall, something at home, and you just brace yourself against the wall, and you just start like this. And that's activating your shoulder muscles to hold you here. And it's starting to activate core muscles, because if you didn't use them, you would just fall against the wall and that would be the end of it. Now, the stronger you get, the easier it gets to hold this for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Once you get to 2 minutes, you definitely need to slide further and further and further down the wall. Now, use 2 hands. That way you're structurally sound, okay? I'm using one because I have more practice and I'm trying to chat with you. I don't want to be staring at the wall while we're having a conversation. Okay? The other thing to do is squats. Sounds terrible. I know, you only have to do a couple every single day, and it makes a really huge difference because our legs and our hips and thighs and our lower abdominals are involved in squats, and they're involved in balance and keeping us coordinated, and that will do a lot for helping strength, for helping energy, and even for people that are trying to work on weight loss and things like this. It makes a really big impact when the biggest muscles in your body get a little extra work. Okay? So to start out, again, I wouldn't expect you to just drop straight down and do full-on squats. What I've recommended to lots of people starting out is sit in front of a chair or something, or just do an air squat, but just enough to where it starts to feel like you're working a little bit, or just enough to where this starts to happen, where your butt starts to stick out and your head starts to swing forward, because that means you're adjusting your structure to try to make up for weakness. So you want to go straight down if possible and control it, and you want to go down until it becomes just a little bit difficult, and then come back up and do it nice and slow. You're only going to have to do 1 or 2. Your legs will get kind of weak and wobbly, and you can work on it from there. Eventually you can go all the way to the ground, touch the ground, come back up. Nice and slow. I recommend people, the better they get at it, the slower they go. Try to time yourself 30 seconds all the way down and 30 seconds all the way back up. And that'll work out your legs. You only have to do 2 squats. Okay? But it makes a huge difference on your structure, makes a huge difference on your how you hold yourself. It'll make it, when you start to change posture and start to balance out the muscle throughout the body, it changes how people perceive you and relate to you. So their engagements with you will be different. If I always talk to you on the phone, or I talk to you, through videos, or talk to you in person, and I was always in this kind of a slunched up position, you wouldn't vibe with me as well. I wouldn't come across as put together. I wouldn't come across as professional. I wouldn't come across as reliable. Okay? And you can see from the side, my shoulders here, it's way forward in my ears now. Everything's kind of rolled forward. Chest is all caved in. This isn't good. It's not a good look for me. It's not a good look for anybody. Don't overdo it. I'm not chest out being a ego-driven kind of guy, but just a relaxed, very neutral, very structured and solid and confident posture makes a really big difference. And with a little bit of practice, it won't be any effort at all to maintain. So there you go. There's my tips for today. Start taking care of the physical. I'll give you some more suggestions for physical things we can do in the future. I'm very biased toward toward physical things, obviously teaching martial arts and being a bodywork practitioner, in addition to being an IT professional. So taking care of your body is really important. And if you don't believe me, the people that have met me have no idea how old I am. And you're welcome to guess through the videos and see if you can figure it out. I suggest for most people it's older than you think. And most of my teachers that's one of the things I look for my health teachers and body work teachers and things like that, is they should look significantly younger than they really are, because that indicates that they're on the right track and they're doing something right for themselves. So that's it for today. I'm going to let you go. Have a good day. Enjoy your squats. Pull your shoulders back and down, and take a nice, deep, relaxing breath. It's great. Your body will thank you. All right, that's it. Remember, this is tough. All of these exercises, none of them sound like fun, okay? But Success Ninjas never quit. You can do it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.